Manisibulisele kuwe mbukeli ekhaya. Ndikwamkele kwinkqubo yethu ethi into ikwispice.
This season is brought to you by Unilever Food Solutions.
Sit up South Africa, Vietnam, my skin kulate. Molweni ekhaya, namkelekile kwinkqubo yethu ethi into ikwispice. Igama lam ndingunwabisa Lisa, the chef and the host for the show. Now sitshilo ke ukuthi siguqula ikhasi kancinci in this season. Ngoba I am cooking with different chefs from all walks of life. Basically, they're going to be telling us their chef journey, but most importantly, they're going to be cooking with me. We are now currently at Food Gems Suit, right? So you can go to their website, www.foodgems.co.za, to find out some of the services that they offer. All right? And I am so excited today because Chef Anine Nel, who I'm going to be cooking with, comes from ISONDLO. All right? Now, ISONDLO is a product that will get you cooking in few minutes with minimal effort. Yes, you heard me. Few minutes, minimal effort. ISONDLO will sort you out and your family. Go to social media. Let's continue the conversation. Into Ikwispice on Instagram and Into Ikwispice on TikTok. Okay, there is a repeat of the show tomorrow, which is Monday at 6:30 p.m. and 10:30 a.m., which is every Friday. So, Chef Anine Nel, who I'm going to be cooking with, and we're going to be putting this together. When I spoke to her, I sensed the passion in her voice for this product, even when it was called foot sock some time ago. But I sense the passion for people, passion for the product, but most importantly, passion for feeding the masses. I don't want to say much. I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm going to welcome Chef Anine Nel. And she's here, Chef Anine Nel. Welcome to Into Ikwispice.
Thank you for having us today.
Okay, all right. So, when I spoke to you over the phone, you said you want us to make the chicken biryani.
Oh, yes.
Chicken biryani.
Yes.
And then I said, because I had tried the product and I made pasta bolognese, that's what I'm going to make.
Oh, fantastic.
But apparently you love this product, the chicken biryani. Tell me about it.
My passion for the product came from a journey 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And just understanding in my own profession as a registered debt counsellor, understanding how people are struggling to put enough food on the table. It really pushed me into a new direction in cooking the food.
And cooking the food.
As people don't understand looking at the bag. So we started cooking.
Okay.
And that is where my drive has come from as a chef for ISONDLO.
Yes.
In cooking the food so that those around us can taste it.
Yes.
And share the good message with others that you can have an affordable meal at only 12 Rand 50 cents per serving.
12 Rand 50 cents? And I could be feeding a family of how many?
4 adults or 6 to 8 children.
Wow, you've heard it. 12 Rand 50 cents for a family of 4 or 6 kids. Tell me about cooking and merging it with your profession. Because I quite liked how you explained to me. And I must say, when you spoke about it, I caught your hearts for the people. But more than anything, I caught your heart for seeing everybody eating. You know, tell us about that. How does it tie up with your profession?
I've been looking for something to do for some time now that would make a difference. And how would I make an impact for ordinary families in helping them to sustain a daily meal? And then I found the product at that time was food socks. And I found that and I just realized, but this is it.
Yeah.
But how would I really make it work and make an impact? That today we've launched the food bank within the debt counselling industry, where debt counsellors can tap into the food bank.
Yes.
And they can let us know, and we send their clients food. It is massive. The need for nutrition and food, healthy food, is huge. A lot of children that I meet, or families that I meet, their kids only had bread for a week. Or they only have 2-minute noodles. It's all they can afford. Now you can afford ISONDLO.
Yes, yes. And you can have a nutrient. I made this yesterday for my family. And I must say, my son was the fan. And he said, Mom, can you put some cheese on top? You know, my son was really a fan. But let's talk about the chicken biryani that you suggested. You know what? I want to make this. What was your reasoning behind
For doing it today?
for doing it today?
Showing you how easy it is to cook the chicken biryani. Is just need a pot,
Yes.
you need water, wooden spoon, and your sachet, and of course your flame.
And you can, because chicken biryani can be a very complex dish that can cook for hours. And you are saying this cooks in how many minutes?
Well, when I cook the biryani, it usually takes between 25 to 30 minutes.
25 to 30 minutes. Can you imagine? And your family could be eating. You know what? After the break, we're going to be talking more about this product. But most importantly, we're going to be making food, chicken biryani and pasta bolognese, so that you can see how you can save time and still have a great time with your family. But ukongok, evening. Sita pe South Africa, binan maskien kulate. Sita pe South Africa, binan maskien kulate. If you've just joined us, welcome to Ikwi Spice. I'm cooking here with Chef Anine Nell from ISONDLO, and we are going to be making a wonderful I love it already, you know. I feel like I love it already, right? That cooks in few minutes and you can feed your family. Before the break, we said how much is it?
It's 60 Rand for the bag.
Yes.
It feeds 4 adults or
Or
6 to 8 children.
Wow, that is still so affordable, basically. It's actually much and budget friendly, all right? So we're going to be making the starter. So please follow by taking a pen and paper and writing it down. Even better, take your phone, put it on your camera, and just record the process so that you can start cooking it at your own home. Go into our social media at Ikwi Spice on Instagram and at Ikwi Spice on TikTok. All right, Chef, are we ready to cook now? I'm
Yes.
very, very interested. So what is your process? Where do you begin? I know you switch on the stove and you pour some water inside, and then what is it that you are going to do?
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the contents of this bag
Yes.
into the pot.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. How must the water be?
How
Hot or
It's
warm?
fine. It's
Is it
fine.
fine like that?
It's fine the way
Okay.
it is. I just wanted to mention one point that I didn't, that our biryani is also gluten free.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? And I know a lot of people who are struggling with their guts.
Yes.
Eh? So
Yes.
it's absolutely amazing. All right. So you are going to put the contents inside the pot
Yes.
with water, right? But I see you've got onion there and tomato.
The onion and tomato is for the sample, just for the side.
Okay. Okay.
For the side of the biryani, and I've got a yogurt there, a Greek yogurt. Also for your sides and a sweet chutney. and that's it.
That's it. It's quite amazing. Let's start
Yes.
cooking. All right. In goes, I think in goes your ISONDLO.
Yes, and as you know, ISONDLO also has a locally harvested soy,
Okay.
which is a very good quality soy that goes into the product. And I've eaten the product so many times and cooked it so many times. You can't compare our product with anything else out there. It is really the best.
It is really the best.
Yes.
So, what are some of the comments from the people, that you cooked for in terms, the product?
Just amazing, mind blowing.
Is it?
Yes, they absolutely love it. Yes.
Okay. So let's begin. Let's begin. So you are saying that I could be eating. Wow! If I look at the comments, I mean,
Everything is in there.
everything is
Everything
in
you
here.
need is in this bag.
So how much water must you have in your pot in order for you to actually use this whole bag?
What's great about the product is everything you need to know how many water is
Okay.
already on the back of the bag.
Great. But you know what? In my experience, people do not want to read. I laugh sometimes. People asking me, how do you make pasta? My pasta becomes so, papa, they call it papari. Papari, man, this pasta. And I'm like, guys, just read the pack. So people don't generally read the pack. So would you say a liter or a liter of water or even less?
So this one is 1.5
Or one-
liters, 1.1 liters, 125 mils.
Okay.
And that is more sufficient for the bag that we've got there.
Is it?
But if you smell that, it is everything. You don't even need salt. Everything is in your bag
Oh man,
already.
it smells amazing. And you know what? Biryani can be a very intimidating dish. Can be very intimidating, especially if you are cooking for people who know biryani.
Yes.
It can be very. So I mean, if you take away all of that, I mean, I imagine cooking this for my friends, which most of them can cook, which can be very frustrating to cook for somebody who can cook. If I can just throw this in, they could be eating in a few minutes. So, do I close it? What do I do then?
Yeah, you can close it.
Okay.
We can
All
just
right.
keep an eye on it and stir it.
Okay, and keep stirring it.
Yes.
All right. I'm more interested in terms of the side that you're going to do.
That's just a salsa with some onion and tomato.
Let's do it. Let's do
And
it.
you know how often I've cooked the biryani, and consumers will say to me that they don't have the money to cook a biryani. They just don't have it.
Because it's got so many elements.
And now they've got everything.
And now that you've got everything.
Yes. In
All
one
right.
bag.
So what has been the highlight in your career? What are your highlights? What do you look back to and say, yeah, there we did good.
The fact that I have been offered an opportunity to be involved with the ISONDLO. And I can't tell you how that measures in gratitude. Being able to help ordinary households have enough money for groceries, and that they can tap into this product and feed their home with a dignified meal.
Feed them. And your background is in debt review, debt recovery. So
Yes.
ideally it would be people that really don't have much, right?
Yeah, they're all struggling. You know, when you've got to pay your debt, you've got to cut on your grocery bill. And this is the ideal product for anyone. Students, gardeners, university.
University students, because
Yes.
university students don't have time to cook.
Absolutely.
They are lecturers after lecture. I mean, my son is only in grade 10. I imagine ISONDLO will be around at that time. Well, I would just say, Mamdanam, just pack in ISONDLO. And on days you don't feel like cooking, you can just, cook in a few minutes. So another element that is needed there is onion, and then what else?
That's it. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar.
Sure.
And a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
And then some salt and pepper. And we're going to leave it to stand.
Okay.
That the flavors can blend.
Mm-hmm. So you literally don't put any seasoning there?
No. And as you can see, a tomato, a little bit of an onion. Your chicken biryani, that's 60 rand. This is maybe 10 rand.
No, I mean the fact that I don't need to even have to put in any seasoning.
Nothing.
Nothing. No salt and pepper.
The garlic is in there. Everything you need is in there.
Oh, this is very
But you
much
can
convenient.
add a chicken.
If you want to.
Yes, you can add a
Okay.
chicken and some potato.
Does that mean I can add more chicken?
Yes, you can add chicken pieces if you like. Let's say you're a family of 8 adults
Oh man.
and you want to stretch that meal. You can add chicken and add potatoes.
I get
Now
you.
you can feed 8 adults.
Everything that biryani has. Look at that basil there. Everything that is needed in a biryani recipe. All right. After the break, we'll go through more products that ISONDLO actually has, so that you can know all the variety. So, you know what? Few minutes, it's cooking, and it's almost finished. It's absolutely exciting. Okwangoku masithi qhu evenkileni. Sithi apha eSouth Africa besinani masicalculate. Sithi apha eSouth Africa besinani masicalculate. So welcome back. If you've just joined us, welcome to Ikwi Spice. This is where we cook and have wonderful conversation. Chef Anine and I cooked a starter. In fact, you cooked a starter. Let me not take the credit, but using a product that is so convenient called ISONDLO that will get you eating in a few minutes. I did promise that I will do the main, all right, which is the pasta bolognese,
Yes.
right? Pasta bolognese. I must say I made it yesterday for my son, and I added a few elements, and a few elements that I want to try today, but my son was ranting and raving, right? So in goes first the oil. Obviously, it's always very important for you to read at the back, but you can get fancy sometimes, and add some stuff. You are free to actually take care of your pot right here. It's coming along very nicely. It's thickening very nicely. Absolutely
And the
wonderful.
smell. Sure.
All right, and in goes the onion that I wanted to generously share with my chef right here. So I was like, no, I am cutting my own onion. So I'd say for oil, you're the judge. I think that was like 3 tablespoons of oil, and it sautés very nicely. And I would like to add some garlic. If you watch the the show from season 1, you will know how much I love garlic. That is 1 teaspoon and a half. Don't worry, it's still gonna cook very quickly, but because it is me, I wanted to add a bit of that. This is sauteing so nicely, and because where I'm going for the fact that the onions must be soft and the garlic must also be soft. Can you smell? Can you smell? Can you smell, Chef?
Oh,
The smell
beautiful.
of garlic. Come and see. The
Absolutely
smell of garlic.
beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. All right. And then this you do for something like 3 to 5 minutes. And then to stop the frying process and also to just add a little bit of extra, this is a tinned tomato. Now, you can either buy tinned tomato like we did, and we're gonna add here, or You can use the tin tomato that has got onion. It's entirely up to you. Or you can scrap all of this and just put water and add the product and you'll be eating, But for the purposes of today, I want to try this. All right. In goes the tin tomato. In goes the tin tomato. And I want to introduce a tomato soup.
This looks great.
It looks great, right? It looks absolutely great. As soon as I'm able to open it, please open it for me. Teamwork in the kitchen. Please open it for me. I'm also going to be adding water, but before that, can I just add that? And at this point, I could either add salt and pepper, but I want to wait for that because sometimes we mess up the pot by adding salt and pepper without tasting.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely wonderful. If you want this product, you can get to www.unilever.co.za and purchase it there. Just a teaspoon of that, not a lot, because I don't want to overwhelm my dish. I still want to taste my product from ISONDLO. Right, look at that.
Sure.
Look at that. Look at that. And now I can introduce my pasta bolognese. Pasta bolognese, and add water and allow it to cook. I think, Chef, you're going to have to help me on this one as well. Please help me on this one as well. Teamwork in the kitchen.
I'm used to ripping them.
You just rip the thing. All right. And we add that. I mean, if you can see it, everything is there. Look, the pasta is, everything is there.
And
Okay.
sun-dried tomatoes.
And sun-dried tomatoes.
yes.
Wow.
That's the quality that's in the bag.
I'm telling you, absolutely nutritious. And now, at this point, I'd like to add some water. Right? That was 1 cup. That was 250 mils of water that I've just added. Remember, we added the tomato as well, the tin tomato as well, which had some liquid. So that's 250 mils that I've just added. And I'm gonna allow it to simmer and actually stir it in between. I'm almost done, actually. I'm almost done with
So
our
am
meal.
I.
So I'm going to close that, all right, while I check on your one. How far are you with the salsa?
Almost done.
Almost done?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's. Oh, guys, no. This is so unreal. This is so
Amazing.
unreal.
All in
Imagine,
one pot.
Do you know how many people struggle to make biryani? People struggle to make biryani. And more than anything, electricity is very expensive.
Yes.
You cannot be cooking pela for an hour and 2 hours, So that's why this ISONDLO product is so convenient, because you could be making something that you could be making for an hour or 2 in 25 minutes. All right, do you want me to help you here? While
I'm done.
My one is actually cooking nicely. Oh,
I'm done.
are you done?
I'm done, Chef. Yes, I'm done.
Is there nothing you want me to help you with?
No, I'm done.
Okay. If products like this can be created, 60 rand versus how much? And all the chopping that's involved.
Yeah, I think a good biryani, when you buy all the ingredients that you need for a good biryani for a big family, you're looking at setting yourself up for 380 rand to 400 rand.
Imagine.
Yes.
And
who has that every day to feed a family and spending that 350 rand, 380 rand, 400 rand to prep meals for the family? Then we're talking about one meal.
talking about one meal.
Yes.
We're talking about one meal.
And what's so nice about our product is moms can put the leftovers on a snack pitch. Yes, on a snack pitch for the kids' lunchbox.
Look at that.
It's great, eh?
That.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe this.
When I spoke to you, you did not believe that
I
our
did not-
product is this great.
I did not believe. I mean, when I spoke to you, I hadn't made it, yet. I was going to make it because, I was like, you know what? I need to fix. I mean, I had lots of things to do. I needed also to fix food for the family. So I hadn't made it. But look at this, and people could be eating in a few minutes.
Well, you have heard it from us. This is the product that you can actually buy for your family, right? If you're going through some stuff, even not. If you are people that are actually quite busy to stand in long hours and cooking, this is the best product. ISONDLO is the best product for you. So stay put, don't go anywhere. She will be plating, and after that, she will be serving while I welcome my guests, who are also the founders of ISONDLO. For now, Evelyn. Sit up in South Africa, Vietnam, my skin kulate. Sit up in South Africa, Vietnam, my skin kulate. If you've just joined us, welcome to our show, India Ikwi Spice. I have been cooking with Chef Anin here, making wonderful meals from ISONDLO. We are done. I mean, seeing the work of our hands, so beautiful. It really, really makes me really happy. Of course, she's going to be serving me and my guests, who are also part of ISONDLO product. Chef Anin, I think you should start the plating process of that starter. By the way, it looks so good already. I've got 2 guests that are coming, so it is the 3 of us. So you can start dishing for another starter.
I'll do that for you.
Yes, and of course the main meal is done. The main meal is done. We don't play like that with ISONDLO. But it will be plated in a short while. But for now, I'm waiting for my guests, and in fact, Chef Anin, that must be my best. Let me go and meet them.
My name is Carl van Blerk, the CEO and founder of Foodstock Meals.
My name is Aubrey Mqetywa. I am the co-founder of ISONDLO Foods. No, I'm extremely excited. I think if it can be able to reach the goal that we wanted to achieve, reaching as many people as we can, especially those who are unemployed, then they can plug into the project and extend ISONDLO to the other communities that we're not able to reach on our own.
And for me, I'm particularly excited about filming episodes like this, getting the message out, because it helps me to achieve my main goal in life, my mantra, which is very simply, I may not be able to change the world, but I can change someone's world.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to India Ikwi Spice.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. I am so excited
Sure.
to be tackling a topic that affects a lot of people in
Sure.
South Africa, But before that, I want to taste your product.
Okay.
You did well with that product.
Okay.
We made the starter, which is chicken biryani, and then we made the main. Sorry. I'm sitting with mains and I see we made them. So it's a main, which is pasta bolognese. Chef Nell, please bring us the starter. So it was such a wonderful thing to see how quick it is to actually come up and with the product, so nutritious. I was just blown away. I think there are so many elements that is needed to make a chicken biryani. Not to mention the actual cost of it.
Yeah.
So I think to find a product that will actually let you eat in a few minutes for a busy woman like me, that's a game changer, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is, especially in these times.
And in this
Yeah, times people are busy. baxakekile abantu kuyale nale. I mean, as a mother, sometimes you have single parents who are doing multitasking actually.
Yeah.
And you find out that the portion of time to cook is not sufficient
It's not
enough.
sufficient.
Then this product, ISONDLO, then addresses such.
It does,
Yeah.
it does. But let's do the taste test.
Okay.
Wonderful. Let's do
Sure.
that. Yes.
Alright.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. So Chef Anin here has got garnished with some lovely fruit chutney.
Yes.
Man,
see, let's
and
see.
a lovely sauce there. And a nice sauce. Absolutely divine.
Isn't that amazing? Considering it came out of one pot.
This is nice.
I think for me, it's the fact that you've thought of everything pertaining to biryani. You know what I mean? As for basil, you know, sometimes when products like this are made, they compromise on the actual quality of the dish, which is, it gets very frustrating. For me, I was just blown away to see that I can have all the elements, you know, in just a bag.
And what's nice about it, if I can say as well, is that, you know, people nowadays haven't got the time to get creative.
Yeah.
And I think we get into a system where you eat the same thing and it gets boring. This allows people to be creative at giving them something to work from.
It does.
You'll probably find a lot of people don't eat chicken biryani at home
Yeah.
because
They
it's
don't.
just there's no time.
It's expensive,
Yeah.
It's
number
expensive.
one, and there's no time.
Yeah.
I think what I am very interested in knowing, and I think you've already started touching on it, why the concept, why ISONDLO as the name?
Well,
Good question. You can go on.
Well, the concept was born out of a little bit of historical journey that I've been on. I've always been very passionate about people and assisting people in any way possible. You know, whether it be to have an affordable meal, and bear in mind, we don't call it cheap food, we call it affordable meals,
Yeah.
because there's a big difference between
It
them.
does, yeah.
And I have the privilege of having been able to start a food bank in the garden route, where we were getting food in from donors and passing that out to people that were in need. But I very quickly realized when you do that, you don't have control over the meals that are going
Yeah.
to people. And it was because of that need that I then created the concept of what was, at that point, we launched the food sock.
Yeah.
And there's a few things that I wanted to do there. It had to be affordable, you mentioned. It had to be really tasty. It had to have diverse flavors. Nobody wants to eat the same thing every day.
Definitely.
And also just really quick and efficient to work with. And if you take all of those things together, you start ticking the box of dignity. So it's about having dignified meals that people can put on their plate in a half an hour.
Wow, and you did just that.
I hope so.
Yeah, you did. No, you did. I mean, we are tasting right that.
Very good.
So why ISONDLO as the name?
Wow, good question. No, as Carl said, the history of food sock is very rich around addressing the affordability and the nutritious component with it. Because, I mean, there are other products that you can do with a 2-minute or 3-minute. But when you talk about health and vitality, what are they doing to your body?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this body can be kept for the next 90 years.
I'm telling you.
And then
That's
if
where
you
we're going.
exactly, you know, we want want to go as far as that. But then, how do you then treat this body, especially with what you consume? And then, food sock then became an answer to that. Now, when you ask about ISONDLO, a very interesting question, because when food sock was in the market, we found out that bulk of the population is not being catered for.
Sure.
You know, especially with the flavors that the food sock was providing, and also the culture. I mean, there's culture in food.
Yes, there
there's
is
culture in
definitely
food.
culture in food.
I mean, we argued one day with friends around, why are we always eating with fork and knife?
Okay.
What happened to eating with our own hands? Just wash your hands,
Feeling
feel
the
it.
actual product.
Yes,
And the ingredients.
yes. Now with this ISONDLO, then we are going to then launch products that are associated with culture. You know, where you can actually even eat it with your hands. I mean, there's what we call isqa rice, especially in the Greater Eastern Cape, and more people in Cape Town who are from the Eastern Cape. They are very familiar with the product, which is a mixture of rice and other ingredients, which then we are going to then put together and put a flavor in, and with the same concept of having it within the next 30 minutes. Bob's uncle is ready for ukutuche ne family yakho. Remember, 4 abantu abayi-4 abadala, bantwana abayi-6 to abantwana abayi-8. I mean, who can offer you in the market?
I think for me, one of the things that I'm blown away by is that the taste,
Yeah.
their flavor is not compromised.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get these things and the flavor is actually compromised. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship.
Lovely topic.
Lovely topic and can be very much excruciating. I mean,
Sure.
I'm also
Sure.
an entrepreneur
Sure. Sure.
for the past decade.
Yeah.
And it can be very, very, very lonely road.
Yeah.
I'd like you to share your entrepreneurial journey, actually.
Yes, I'll kickstart that
Yeah.
because I know he's also got a wonderful journey as well. So a lot of people say, you know, at my age, I'm 55, should I be starting a new business at this stage?
Definitely.
But I think that's part of the journey because I've been a lifelong entrepreneur. I've actually worked as a school teacher. And even while I was teaching, I was always thinking about another business or something else that I can do. So I've just had that mindset. And my wife always laughs at me because if I kept a business card for every business I've started,
I'm telling you.
I would probably have a stack.
Hello,
So I've
hi.
done it. I've been there. And it's been a joyous, sometimes excruciating journey. But I've learned something out of every single one of them. And I think I've realized now that where we are now with Food Sock, with ISONDLO meals, all of those lessons have played a part in making this a success.
Yeah.
So from working, as I say, as a teacher in the IT industry, I'm a little bit of a computer nerd as well, to all sorts of strange things, launching the food pantry and then launching essentially Food Socks has been just an overwhelming, and it also, one of the things for me is, and I think this is a misconception that a lot of people have, is that to start a business, to be an entrepreneur, you need lots of money. And I think I've proven that that's not true. I started this business with overdrafts, less than nothing. But it was a product that I realized people needed. There's a market for it. And in fact, they were crying out because who can eat instant ramen noodles half the month because you don't have money to buy them.
Yeah.
Right thing, right time, experience, and that's where my journey has brought me.
Oh, wow. What
Wow.
wonderful.
On tapping on what Ukal related to, I mean, if you look at South Africa, I mean, they just released the stats now, unemployment as an example, which is growing expeditiously. And people are, I mean, there's a tariffs that is affecting the economy currently with the US, and there's about 30,000 jobs that can be lost instantly. Now look at that bucket of serious unemployed youth and professionals. Now, what is the answer to that? The answer to that is entrepreneurship. St. ISONDLO says to yourself, if you are interested to start your own business using our product, you can be. We call them resellers, which we are going to unpack, I'm sure, as we discuss.
Definitely,
you know.
Definitely. I think hold it right there. We
Okay.
are definitely going because this is now creating jobs.
Sure.
Creating, you know.
Sure.
So it's absolutely one. I don't want to miss that.
Sure.
So stay put. Don't go anywhere. We're still going to be talking more. We're going to, Chef Anin is going to serve us our main, but stay there. Don't go anywhere. There could be an opportunity for you staying at home without a job. For now, eventually.
Sitapha South Africa Vietnam maskien kulate. Sitapha South Africa Vietnam maskien kulate.
Welcome back. Well, you have missed most of the things that we spoke about entrepreneurship, about ISONDLO. But you know what? We've got a very interesting and a very interesting part that you cannot miss, especially if you have someone that says, I want to do this entrepreneurship. I don't know what to start with. So this is the best part to listen to. Lisa in Spice, Chef Anin served us the starter and now is about to serve us the main meal. Chef, over to you. So I made this for my family. I made this meal, which is a pasta bolognese for my family, and I must say, they were singing praises. Thank you so much, Chef. Thank you so much. So this is a Parmesan cheese for, if you can just, this is exactly what my son said. Mom, can we have cheese on top? So absolutely delicious. Quite flavorful, packed with really powerful flavors. It looks amazing. I think let us taste first so that we
Great.
can go to the resale. I'm very interested in
Don't forget the
that.
cheese. You can't have too little cheese.
You cannot. Oh, you my guest.
Actually, let me be a gentleman, you know. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, bong.
You know.
Thank you. So next week I'm going to be talking
lovely.
about inside a man's mind. So it's interesting that this week I'm going to have two gentlemen as my guests, and next week we're going to be talking about inside a man's mind. I know.
Good.
Tips for their wife.
No, I'm definitely gonna ask him to actually go and prepare for his wife. But more than anything, I think for me, food and gentlemen, you know, there's so many things that I said. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Sure.
I said out there. I think to see two gentlemen handling a food product,
Yeah.
it's really encouraging. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
gentlemen.
Thanks.
All right, I'd like us to talk about the resale.
So, when we look at there's what we call global entrepreneurship, right? Where even South Africa is part of the BRICS countries and so on, where they are dealing with entrepreneurship and they're trying to tackle the unemployment. Now, when then the product was developed and then ISONDLO launched, we are saying, what can we do in tackling those issues? South Africa has a rate of crime that is rising.
Yes.
And we're just talking now that people, they break into your house just to get a plate of food, or they clear your fridge. They leave all the other expensive stuff, just take what they are going to eat. Now, with that being said, then we said, look, we can't take this to the market on our own. We need to extend the program called resellers.
Yes.
They became a merchants. And they register on our website. Our website is www.isondo.africa.
Okay.
So when they go in there, they'll know they'll be a reseller tab that they can go to. However, that project, as we spoke here now, and saying youth unemployment is rife. There's a basic money that one can put aside. I mean, the parents can actually fund. Carl spoke about starting a business without funding.
Yes.
My philosophy is that make a client your funder, right? Make a client your funder. You don't have to go around stealing money or looking for money. Make them your funder. You can actually get someone orders before you actually produce them. Get a 50% up front, go and buy ISONDLO, deliver, get your 50% back, and then Bob's uncle, you started your business. So you can get the money from your parents, from your cousin, from whoever, but also you can go to the market and say, guys, this is what I am doing. This is what I'm selling. Give me 50%, especially with your close, your family, your friends, your associates, because at least they trust you and they want you out of that situation. Actually, yes, they want you out of that situation. So they will say, okay, let us give you this gentleman this amount, this 1,000 or 2,000, and when you come back, you collect your 50%. That is just one approach. But then the reseller then addresses a lot of things, especially with a lot of flavors that are in the market right now, and the ones that we are going to develop to cater for the culture of our society, which is very critical. Because we don't execution, but you provide what is not needed.
Yes.
So we need to provide what is needed out there with all the elements that we just discussed. The time-consuming factor, the convenience, and the affordability, and the nutritious component, which is most of the time, when you talk affordability and nutrition, is like water and wine and fuel. But where we manage to combine those two, because our focus is not making millions at once, is to change one life. And Carl has his own term about this thing.
Yes.
You know, those bits, those 1 rand on top of 1 rand is going to create a very different life for someone, you know, than to just wanting to do a lot of money at once and you're not changing any lives.
You know what I'm thinking is that
Okay.
And you know, if you're walking around, we've got our boundary that we call it toll gates.
Yeah, okay.
I-toll gate, yabona ama-toll gates. Yayazi i-concept ye-toll gates. So basically, awudluli, you
Ungashiyanga
don't
nto.
pass, yes,
Ungashiyanga
without
nto.
leaving anything, you know.
Correct.
So,
That is
your
not
pass-
the toll gates.
the toll
Like how
gates.
good kill is lali.
The toll gate.
Babihlali.
Yeah, you must say,
Yeah.
you can't pass it. So I think that is a great concept to say, instead of having toll gates,
I like
let's rather fund them so that they can resell.
Correct.
Now, there are two buzzwords in the food industry currently, and every event basically tries to mitigate this, and there are problem children in this whole thing, and that is zero waste and sustainability. So in tackling your product, what were your thoughts, or what are your thoughts, and what are you currently doing pertaining those two?
Very good question. One of the things that we've got to do, we live in exciting times.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we're talking a lot about entrepreneurial spirit and entrepreneurship, because I think we're in the right zone for that. There's a word that we talk about fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah.
Taking existing problems that society have put together and creating a solution for that. And I think that is one of the basic ideas behind what makes this sustainable. This is a need. We didn't go out there and create something and hope that people will buy it.
Correct.
And that's often the case. We say, well, let's invent something and hope that people buy it. This is already there. It's a need. It's a growing need, and it's in fact becoming a crisis. We've been inundated with information requests, not only across South Africa, but globally.
Yeah.
We're actually talking to potential partners from across the world. So the sustainability side is by the mere fact that this is a need out there, and keeping it affordable and having the variety just builds into that as well. And of course, the zero waste. Now, when it comes to waste of food, that is something I have a huge issue with.
Yes.
I really do. It's actually one of the reasons I did this,
Yeah.
because I started a food bank in the Garden Route Food Pantry, and one of the things that we used to do there, or do there, is we obtain food resources or food products from farms, from shopping complexes, wherever it might be. And unfortunately, a lot of this stuff is already at the point of being rotten.
Yeah.
So you can't use a lot of it, or it's expired. So all of this stuff goes back into landfills.
Yes.
So when I did this, I wanted something that not only, you saw how it works. You empty the entire packet in the pot and you stir it, and there you've got a meal. The only thing that's left is essentially the packaging for the one product. And the other thing, of course, about it is that this has a shelf life of at least 12 months. So you can go and stock up a few of this, put it into your pantry, and as and when you need it, you take it out. So there is essentially little to no waste involved in this store. I don't know if you want to add to that.
I think one of the things that I also have to add, especially on the reseller, I think I want to hone in there where entrepreneurship is concerned. There's a term called lift as you rise,
Yes.
right? So we aim that because we have been helped ourselves to be where we are. But now, what about the communities? So the reseller program then addresses that. Now, must remember, Chef Lisa, that there are students who, especially the greater community of South Africa, where they are learning on NFSAS.
Yes.
And in order for your mind to work kakuhle, funeka ube utyile.
Njani?
And utye ukutya okunesondlo.
Yeah.
Uyabona? So then even the students, we are calling them from various TVET colleges, a university, that nansi program for bona, even the mala bayifumana because bayifumana i-subsidy kundo, then umuntu angakwazi uthenga yilaa nto kathengisa, esikolweni. And that, because into enzekayo, abantu bayapasa, they are unemployed graduates. Let us not forget that. Abanamisebenzi, what are you going to do? Especially those who learn the retail. It means you understand the value chain. There are basic things that you already understand. There is ISONDLO for you to plug in and take your life further instead of always your tail.
Yeah.
Now you are able to say, Emma, I'm going to bring a chicken at home. I'm going to bring some bread at home because the reseller program of ISONDLO is working for me. So on the basis that Carl is talking about, where he talks about sustainability, and as I said in the beginning, land nutrition is very important.
Yes.
It's very important because if you go to Africa, I mean, you go there, you see abantwana, they are dying with malaria and all these things because their body component or whatever that they're eating is not sustaining their bodies. And in South Africa, we have ISONDLO now. It also not only comes with as a 400 grams, it also goes with 25 liters, which you can serve as a soup kitchen. You can serve in your crèche. If you are a crèche owner here listening, you can serve those kids within the time that we just discussed with various flavors. And I'm sure abantwana baza bethatha abantwana babe crèche ambone umntwana eshayi. Anomkisa lona.
I want that. Well, I want to ask, we've come to almost the end of the show, but I cannot let you leave, guys, without asking you just to encourage an entrepreneur out there and also to speak to a grade 12 who says, you know, I want to go into a
senior, encourage.
For me, I would say the biggest thing is, if you have a dream, you have a passion, you have a wish, don't give up. You know, I've lived a lifetime of entrepreneurial projects. We spoke about that earlier on. And, you know, you get to a point where people give up. It's hard work. Yeah. It's really not easy, but it's worthwhile. And the market out there is ripe for new entrepreneurs to break into it. So speak to people. That for me was probably the most important thing that I did. You don't want to talk to the wrong person about a new concept, I suppose, but speak to people about your passion, your idea, get help, accept help, and collaborate where possible, and fly. Just do it.
Yeah. Seek help and get help. That is very important. It was a lonely road.
It is.
You can easily think that you are drowning alone. What would you say to your grade 12 people?
Well, I like, actually, I'm a mentor of quite a number of them. And I teach them, guys, to Jewish communities at their youth stage. They don't talk about girls and boys. They talk about how many businesses that they're going to establish. It starts mindset. So kalimeni ubenthetha ngama was abantu bayabhejo. Bayabhejo nalo ngenamali. So so grade 12, I think one of the messages I want to say to you, look at as you're watching, there's an ad that is going to fly. There's a email address, there's a telephone number that you can actually contact and say, Dingenza njani. And also, please check your company. Who are you associating with? You know, thank your company, because they say a bad company correct a good character. So also check who is your circle, because you may have a good idea and a good intentions, but if you surround yourself with people that are very twisted in their mind, so also kwazi yofika abufuna fika kon. So that's my encouragement for you. At least pass grade 12 here. Because in South Africa, a minimum qualification is grade 12. Then from there, you don't have to go to university if you don't have to. I mean, you can embark on. The richest people in the world are not highly qualified educationally, but they are creative. So you don't have to think that, and your background doesn't matter really. Your background doesn't matter. What matters is your mindset, your focus, and your efforts behind that.
I think bottom line, have a mentor.
Yeah,
right?
Also have a mentor.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank
this
you.
was really good food. I can't wait to finish my plate because I will finish it. So Mugele Karvile about entrepreneurship, but most importantly, how can you actually be an entrepreneur, you know, through ISONDLO. Otherwise, unobisalisa inqobo iti into ikuspice. Until next week, goodbye.
This season is brought to you by Unilever Food Solutions. Sita South Africa, Maskin Kulate.